Well, hey, and welcome to another episode of Beetle Dustino coming at you again today with yet another video, yet another What's in the Box video. So we've done the Beatles in mono. Another big band from England has also got an in mono box, and we're going to take a look at that CD version of it today. All right, before we get started with that, I do want to thank all my subscribers, and thanks to any new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and do hit the notification bell so you know when I got new videos coming out. Also, please give the video a like. It really does help out the channel. And do leave a comment. I love having a discussion with everybody. Like I've been saying, we're trying to fight those algorithms. There he is up there playing his drums. He'll be at the end too, don't worry. So, yeah, any engagement like that, just leaving a like, leaving a comment, even if you just say, hey, Beetle, hey, just say hey back to me. There we go. That helps out the video, helps to get out there for people to see it on YouTube that want to see it, and just makes it better. It makes it help the channel grow and everything. So please help me out. I really appreciate it if you do. But let's get on with this next episode of What's in the Box.
Put the gun down.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box? Not till you give me
I swear, Brad Pitt is never going to learn his lesson on this, is he? Oh man, I know he doesn't want to know what's in that box. I've seen that movie. I don't want to know what's in that box. Wow. All right, but we do want to know what's in this box. So, of course, this is the Rolling Stones in mono. This was originally released on September 30th of 1916. No, of 2016. There was a vinyl version too. I believe it came out around the same time. But this is, of course, the CD version. It was kind of, I feel, quite inspired by their northern rivals here, the Beatles. I mean, even look at the packaging. It's so similar. Look at the size of it. The Beatles in mono is a little wider here, but I just kind of feel like they were kind of copying this a little in a lot of ways. So, but there's the Beatles in mono. This is the Stones in mono. This is what we're taking a look at today. But anyways, here is the box. There's the front. There's the one side. Back doesn't have much of anything there. There's the other side. And the bottom, got a little bit of information there on ABCO. The reason why the back doesn't have much of anything, because this is what comes on it on the back there. So there's the backing, showing all the albums and everything in there. Kind of pause it for a second there. Just let's take a look. That does actually tuck in real nice. So this one kind of opens up a little different. It's got a nice little magnetic clasp. You can see it going there. Just kind of opens up a little flap like that. And there you got all the disc laying in there. Sitting in there, I should say. Show you the spines of them all sitting in there. I think it's the right way, too. No, guess it's not. We'd have to go this way for it to be right. And then they're going to shift again. There we go. Anyways, that's how they sit in there. Nice little cutout there so you can see it. The box contains 15 discs, 14 different original albums, 5 from the UK, 6 from the US, and then 3 that were just worldwide releases, and then 1 new compilation, kind of like the Mono Masters in the mono box here for the Beatles. It kind of cleans up those missing things that aren't on the album, so your singles, your B-sides, stuff like that. So really cool that they did that. We'll get to that towards the end here. So we'll get started with the booklet. It does come with a nice little booklet. So there is the front of it, the spine, and the back. Just a nice little booklet telling everything about it all. Very similar, once again, to the Beatles in mono. Had a nice little booklet. Not going to show you every page in it. Just kind of flip through. That's what, about 44 pages it says there. There is the booklet. And we'll get started out with the first disc, the first album. And these are kind of mini LP, but not really. They're done kind of cheaply on the mini LP. Size, they're very similar to mini LP, but in terms of everything else, it's just basically the cardboard with the disc in there. You can see there, it does have a true spine, and there is the back. And this is, of course, the Rolling Stones. This is a UK release. Originally came out on April 17th of 1964. The discs are all going to be, there's no inner sleeve or anything like that, like the Beatles in mono. But the discs are all pretty cool, pretty much all on the Decca label. There is going to be a different label we'll see coming up soon. But of course, that would be on the UK ones. We got the Decca label. So next disc is 12 by 5. Rolling Stones, yeah, 12 by 5. This was a US one. It was released in November of 1964. I guess I didn't have an exact date there. But there's the front. I'm kind of holding my finger over it there. There we go. The spine and the back. And we'll pull out the disc, and this is where you're going to see the one difference. It's still the red and the kind of silverish gray, but this is the London label out of the U.S. So Decca's U.S. label, I guess. Up next, we got the Rolling Stones #2, another UK one. And this was January 15th of 1965. This one would have came out. And there's the spine and the back. Once again, we got the Decca label. And we got the Rolling Stones Now up next, another US one. So we'll have the London label on this one. And they kind of, I guess, until we get to the end here, we got just the regular sleeves, but we do start getting a couple of gatefolds. So if it does have a gatefold, it does have a gatefold. At least they did that. But there is the London label on this one. And the Rolling Stones Now would have came out in March of 1965. The US ones, for some reason, I got the exact dates, I guess. So the next one is, or at least those first couple didn't, because this is another US one, and it's Out of Our Heads, and this is the US version. This came out July 30th of 1965. This is the big one. This has got Satisfaction on it, doesn't it? So there we go, and there you can see that there. Satisfaction did not make any of the British albums, I believe. And there's the London label on it. And I always say, people talk about, you know, I'm obviously a big Beatles fan, but I always say if alien creature came here from another planet, wanted to know what rock and roll was, and just purely wanted to know what rock and roll was, I always say you put on the Rolling Stones Satisfaction, and there's your answer. That is rock and roll to a T. And that song is just great for that. But anyways, moving on here. And we got Out of Our Heads, the UK version, which was July 30th of 1965. So they did come out on the same day. There is the front and the spine and the back. And there it is on the Decca label. And then we got December's Children and all the rest, or in Everybody's. December's Children and Everybody's. I don't know where I got all the rest from. So there is the front, the spine, and the back. And this one is a US release. So we got London on the label there. Then we got Aftermath, and this is the UK version. There's the front and the spine and the back. And again, on the Decca label. And these labels aren't really looking too much difference, but suppose you pause it, you can see it does say the album title on it. Then we got Aftermath, the US version. So Aftermath, the UK one, was April 15th, 1966. So was the US version, April 15th, 1966. And we're right around that anniversary right now, aren't we, on this? But yeah, this is the US one. And there's the spine and the back. And of course, we'll be on the London label again. There we go. And then we got Between the Buttons. This is another UK one. And this was released on January 20th, 1967. There's the front and the spine and the back. And there it is again on the Decca label. And we're getting down there. This is the last US one, just dedicated US one. And this one is kind of considered more a compilation than an album. I suppose with how they're doing everything here, trying to get at least a sampling of each of the songs. This is Flowers, would be the name of it. And it was released on June 26, 1967. And there is the spine and the back. And there it is on the London label. Last time we'll see the London label. And this one, I always get, Their Satanic Majesty's Request. I have such a hard time with that title. I don't know why. I should have just looked at the back here. It's got it on there. Their Satanic Majesty's Request. I feel like this was kind of their answer to Sgt. Pepper's, with the cover, everything on it. This was released on December 8th, 1967. Of course, I think the original cover was a lot cooler than this with it. I've never seen the original, but I've seen it on YouTube, like people showing it with that. And then this one does have a gatefold. Like I said, if they do get a gatefold, they will have a gatefold on it. So there we go. Let's see. So this should be back to the London label, which I believe is what wow. No, that would be the US on that. I guess it is a London label on it, though. So there we go. So these next two, all the rest of those had dedicated mono mixes. And so this would be what is there. These next two did not have a dedicated mono mix originally. So this is fold down stereo to mono on these next two. So that would be Beggar's Banquet. And they went back to the original proposed cover. This is not the original cover. I'll put the original up there. As a matter of fact, my parents got that in their collection. So eventually on 10 from the Rents, you'll see that one. One of the few Rolling Stones albums they got. They got a couple of compilations, but not a dedicated album. But there is the front, the spine, and the back. So unlike the Beatles in mono, they kind of made some stuff up because, like I said, this would have only been available in stereo initially. Probably, I'd imagine there were some countries around the world. I'm not the biggest on my Stones knowledge, but I'd imagine, like the Beatles on those latter albums, there was some mono mixes in other parts of the world, and they were just full down stereo. So that would be kind of true to this. But yeah, this never came out on mono initially in the UK or the US. So. And this one did not either. This is Let It Bleed. I always think it's so funny, right around the same time. So Beggar's Banquet, I think I forgot to say, was December 6th, 1968. This was December 28th, 1969. So right around the same time, he had Let It Be and Let It Bleed. Of course, the Let It Be album did come out the next year there, but the song was out, the single was out. But yeah, there's the front, the back, and the spine. No gatefold on this one. Back to the Decca label. And so, of course, that brings us down to the last disc in the set, and that'll be called Stray Cats, and this is the compilation made exclusively for this set. The only place you're going to get this compilation is in this set. So this would have came out on September 3rd of 2016, just like the box did. So there it is, and this is very similar to the style of what the actual Beggar's Banquet album came out in. This same kind of design here. There is the spine, the back. I'll hold it there so you can see the track listing. Of course, me being a Beatles fan, what is on here? I want to be your lover, baby. I want to be your man. I kind of like the Stones version, too. I like both versions, but the Stones is just kind of that down and dirty version, I guess. There we go, and it does have a gatefold on that. And this one is on the APCO label, but kind of reminiscent of those others with the kind of the red and the gray, silver, whatever you want to call that. So very cool on that. And as I always say on this, now what's in the box? Nothing. Here's what's in the box now. So you kind of see how it is on the inside there, just kind of the black with the white, kind of a matte finish on that, where this is all real gloss. Nice box though. A little different than the in mono when it comes to that, the Beatles in mono, but still a pretty cool little box. So yeah, that'll kind of wrap it up on that. Kind of missing albums in this, the Rolling Stones US version, there was only one track that was a little different between the two. So there's only one additional track on the US one, and I think that got covered on probably one of the other ones. So they didn't put the US version of the Rolling Stones in it. And then the US version of Between the Buttons also didn't get on there. It replaced on their album Let's Spend the Night Together and Ruby Tuesday, which were both on the Flowers album. That's why they kind of went that way. Yeah, I think that was all the real notes I have there. This, of course, was brought out on 2 vinyl versions, too. Initially, in 2016, I think there was a vinyl version of it. Basically the same album, just on vinyl. And then just recently, last year, we had the vinyl version done up in colored vinyl, which I know was a big, big thing. I should have done the what's in the box on this then to try to get some views on it, because everybody be clicking, oh, the Rolling Stones in mono, I want to see that one. But we'll see if it gets some clicks now anyway. Yeah, I've been so on a Rolling Stones kick here, though, since Hackney Diamonds. I've really been digging into this box here. Been listening to and enjoying these original Stones albums. Now I'm starting to collect the others too, because like I said, I've got all the 60s stuff here. So now I got to get the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. All those. I got a ways to go here. But I'm slowly getting on it, as you'll see, or have been seeing in my collection updates. I know I've been showing what I've got so far on that. I'm midway through the 70s, so I'm getting there. But yeah, I've really been enjoying the Stones. Now, as for pricing on the box here, I looked it up before I started the video here. I'm not going to get as detailed as I have in the past on what's in the box anymore on that. I saw it as low as $150 for a used one, and kind of about $300, I would say, would be your topper on there. So between that, now there is a Japanese version of this box, the CD version, and that one was really super expensive, because that Japanese version did do what this did and had real true mini LP packaging in it. So you had the protector sleeves, the little inner sleeves, everything, much nicer folds on it and everything. This almost feels like a fake box, but I don't think it is. But I would say beware. I bet there are fakes out there of this. So beware. This I know is not a fake, but I know it's just how it is with the packaging on it, that it's not quite as quality of the Japan releases. But you can see on the sleeves themselves and everything, this is true quality in terms of that, just maybe not as folded nicely as a true mini LP in that. But like the gatefolds are done very nice. I mean, as nice as they can be, but you know, if this was a fake one, I'm sure that would be just atrocious on that. But yeah, I do know that I've seen another video on the Japanese release on this box, and it's very nice package with that. More in the style of the Beatles in mono with the mini LPs, so, the true mini LPs, I should say. I know the pricing on the vinyl boxes is up there, like about 500 plus, I would say, on those. I think I did see Amazon had the colored vinyl one was about 450 for a brand new one, and I would say that's not a bad price. I don't think. I think it was a little cheaper than that initially, but I don't think that's a bad price, especially considering it's a numbered limited edition set. So pretty cool on that. But before I get rambling too much here, I do want to once again get wrapping up and thank all my subscribers, and thanks to any new subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And do hit the notification bell so you know when I got new videos coming out, like my next What's in the Box or What's on the Rack. Do also leave a like. Like I always say, if you've stuck around to this point, you must like it. So please give it a like. And do leave a comment. I love having a discussion with everybody. Let me know your thoughts on the Stones in mono. Do you like these albums? Do you like this box? Do you have this box? Do you got the vinyl version? I'd kind of like to get that colored vinyl version possibly, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't think I got the money for it right now. As I've been saying, we're trying to fight the algorithm. There we got them really bashing it out there now. So, you know, any engagement in the video, leaving a like, leaving a comment, stuff like that does help it out, does let YouTube see that people want to see it. So if you don't leave a comment, it just kind of sits there. If you're seeking it out, if you're subscribed to me, you see I got a new video, you might see it, but other people aren't going to see it. So please help us out. Just hit the, you know, leave a comment, hit the like. Doesn't take much time. Like I said, even if you just leave a comment saying, hey, you know, or you can do it like me, hey, it does help out. But I am going to get totally wrapping up and signing out. I am Beetle Dustino, signing out.